In yesterday's news, JP Morgan is aiming to acquire $1 billion in single-family rentals. Yes, you heard me, $1 billion in single-family rentals. Does nobody see a problem with this? Is this not alarming to anybody? So when I'm trying to encourage people to go out and buy a property, this is one of the reasons why. Not because I want you to go into debt, but because these large institutional investors have plans to acquire and purchase single family rentals, which means they're going to be removing that inventory from the market, making it much more difficult for you to buy a property, right? Less property available for sale means higher prices for you if you want to buy one at a later point in time. The article goes on to say that the partners see an opportunity to exploit. Yes, they use the word exploit, a lull in home building, and that the for sale market has been hampered by fears, rising interest rates, meaning less people can afford to buy a home. So they'll buy the home, but then they're going to rent it to you. Does nobody see a problem here? So let me get this straight. One of the players who's responsible for setting interest rates for you to get a mortgage is going to become a landlord. They're already a landlord, right? But they're increasing their landlord holdings. So now, what's in their best interest to give you a great rate to buy a house if they own a house you can rent? Does no one see a problem here? Finally, they say that the fundamentals of the single family rental unit remain solid, meaning that they've done the math and this is a good investment for them. So what I say to anybody who's sitting on the fence, despite interest rates and all of those things, really get your budget together and think about what you need to do for you and your family, if you have one, in the next 5 to 10 years when it comes to where you're going to live. Because the more stock that gets eaten up by these institutional investors, the harder it's going to become to, get a mortgage, especially when some of these banks who are responsible for interest rates that they charge for mortgages are also landlords. Think about that. Huge conflict, my personal opinion. And I don't know if the government's going to get involved in this because I just kind of see this as an issue. Just my opinion.